Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kid Lee, and this is the TOR Report for the week of August 10th, 2013. In this week's news, Game Update 2.3 Titans of Industry officially went live on Tuesday. This update brought us two new flashpoints, the Zerka Corporate Labs and the Zerka Core Meltdown, a new area on the fleet called the Cartel Bazaar, a new dailies area called CZ-198, and a new companion by the name of Treek. 2.3 also featured a color platelet update and some other bug fixes and changes. Creature mounts have now been added to the game. 2 Tauntaun mounts are now obtainable from trainers on Hoth. On a side note, it seems that more creature mounts will be available in the game at a future time. In an email I received from BioWare, they hinted that the Varactyl mount will be available at some point in the future. If you're a fan of the Cartel market, then you will be happy to hear that you will soon be able to purchase Cartel coins from inside the game. Subscribers will have a limited time opportunity to save 50% on their first in-game purchase of Cartel coins. And finally, they have brought back the Refer a Friend program. This time around, you are able to earn Cartel coins along with the Battle Droid pet if your friend subscribes. In addition to the 500 Cartel coins, you will be given 100 coins for every month your friend stays subscribed. And now it's time for some dev chat. Dev chat is going to be a little bit shorter this week. I think the devs were pretty busy with 2.3. Autococker and many other players are reporting that all of the special regen energy items, such as Kalto Tank, Carbonite Chamber, and others, seem to be broken for some but not all characters. Amber Green then confirms that in internal testing they have found issues with this and are looking into it. Litu and other players are trying to get to the bottom of the Jorgen appearance bug, saying that his appearance is completely different after the 6.25.13 patch. Eric Musco then chimed in saying that at this point it's not a bug at all. As part of 2.1, Jorgen was changed from his original flat character model into being an actual Cathar, just like the player version. And we'll go ahead and switch gears over to Tales from the Galactic Codex. In this week's episode, we'll check in on that stealthy Imperial agent.
Master Pontillo, target's preparing to move out.
But you still refuse to attack!
My men are corporate security, sir. We can't defeat Republic commandos in a fair fight.
Then, you're fortunate I see one last option. Excuse me, officer? Maverse Pontillo of the Pontillo Foundation. I have a business proposition for you.
What sort of proposition?
I was, a businessman. I supported the Empire when this war began, both in and out of the boardroom. The Republic sent a squad to kill me. They botched the mission, killed my wife and daughter. So my mercenaries tracked the commandos responsible.
We lured them from their base with a distress call, but they came ready for a trap. We can't afford...
I can afford anything! So since my men refuse to strike, I'll pay you to murder every squad member who took part in the attack on my family.
If there's a commando squad operating on Balmoran soil, it needs to be eliminated.
I am pleased we have a deal. The commandos are scouting those polluted wastes. I'll need proof of their deaths. Blood. Dog tags. I don't care. But kill them. Make things right. really done, isn't it? The men who killed my family, you've made them pay. The names match the dog tags. They're dead, all dead. Go home now, Captain. My wife and daughter are avenged.
I'll have the men prepare for departure, sir.
It's not as satisfying as I expected. Perhaps I should see whether those Republic soldiers had families.
Justice has been served. You won't gain anything by murdering more.
You may be right. I'll think on what you've said. You've done well for me. Take your reward. Farewell.
If you would like to send me a question, send questions to kidleeasf@gmail.com or send me a private message through YouTube. The first question for today comes from Joe B. Now, before I get into his question, Joe wrote me a nice email about an issue that I think a lot of people have, not only with Star Wars: The Old Republic, but MMOs in general. He talked about being a DPS and how hard it can be to find groups, and after leveling many toons, how it can be hard to find things to do, things that you have not done 1,000 times, and this sort of leads into his questions. So the first question is there anything I can do other than flashpoints, dailies, and operations at 55, or is that it? Well, I could say space missions and PvP, but that would be too easy of an answer. This game has all the story stuff, and as you said, the flashpoints, the dailies, and the operations. After that, there is really nothing more for endgame content. There are some people out there who like doing the achievement thing. You know, they like to get all the achievements, but at that point, they're really just making up their own content. But I guess to straight up answer the question, there really isn't much more to do after that. As I kind of said, you can sort of kind of make your own content, but other than that, that's about it. Question 2 is, will there be new story content in the near future? I understand that there will be 2 new instances and a new daily area, but I've heard no news on new story content. The 2 new flashpoints and daily area were just put in as part of 2.3. For the future, we have update 2.4 that will feature the new planet of Oricron. This will have a short story arc that will bring you face to face with the Dread Masters. Update 2.4 is set for October 1st. The next question comes in from Jordan W. He asks, will we see a Wookiee companion for all classes soon? And will we see a planet similar to the Wookiee homeworld? For the first question, it seems to me that they want to keep the Wookiee companion as a smuggler-only thing, and I don't really see them changing that. But when it comes to companions, it seems that BioWare has been giving the fans what they want, so maybe if people keep asking for it, they'll get it. For question 2, I would say it would not surprise me at all if they did add Kashyyyk to the game. Kashyyyk was in the original Knights of the Old Republic. As far as other planets kind of like Kashyyyk, I would point to Dathomir. That is a planet that has a ton of Force-based lore and would be great for this game. And the third and final question for today comes from Millen S. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And he says, so the patch 2.4 is supposed to be a major PvP update, and on the official post on the forums for this, they said there will also be the new Frontlines war zones, which are basically 40 versus 40 war zones that will happen once every 3 hours. Is it confirmed that that will come out in patch 2.4 or a later patch? Well, I actually had to do a bunch of research on this, and it's possible that I missed something. I mean, I don't think I did, but it's possible. And I'm sorry to say that there are actually some fake patch notes out there for 2.4. At this time, there are no real patch notes posted for 2.4. So here is the list of everything that has been confirmed for 2.4 so far. As I sort of mentioned previously, we've got the new planet of Oricron, which will feature a short story arc. We will have a new operation called Dread Fortress. We will have a new operation called Dread Palace. And then there will be a new Warzone Arena, but it's going to be 4 versus 4. But I'm not really seeing a name for it or anything like Frontlines. I couldn't find any, like I said, a name for it or anything. And then finally, there will be the new Elder PvE and PvP gear. And that will do it for this episode of the TOR Report. I did just post another new video, which I'm calling the Secret Achievement Guide for Greet the Overwatch, which is a new achievement that got put into the game in this last patch. So if you're an achievement person, go ahead and check that out. But on that note, everybody keep playing and have fun.